News. Some might say this is the day GM really started standing for government motors. As we mentioned, troubled automaker General Motors officially began a new era today, closing the sale of its good assets to a new car maker backed by governments in the U.S. and Canada. GM's chief executive says the company moved quickly and decisively.
Starting today, we want to take that intensity, the decisiveness, and the speed of these last several weeks, and then transfer it from the battlefield triage of the bankruptcy process to the day-to-day operation of the new company.
Fritz Henderson says that means designing, building, and of course selling the best vehicles in the world. With more on whether GM's turnaround strategy can work, we're turning to an expert. Brad Coulter is with O'Keefe and Associates in Michigan and joins us now. So Brad Coulter, not that long ago, we remember Chrysler emerging from, by all accounts, a speedy bankruptcy. But given the size and complexity of GM, were you expecting to see the process move this quickly?
Well, I think we're all a little surprised how quickly the process moved, but I think Chrysler paved the way for really an unprecedented setting, quick ride through bankruptcy for both companies. It certainly helped to have massive government funding and support behind the effort. I don't know that you'll see this happen again.
So let's talk about the road that GM took to get to this point. I mean, what did executives accomplish during the bankruptcy process?
You know, they really accomplished probably everything they needed to do over the past 20 years to restructure this company. They eliminated their debt obligations. They significantly reduced the retiree obligations. They shuttered a number of unneeded assembly plants, eliminated unneeded brands, and are in the process of reducing salaried and hourly employees to structure the staff toward a more reasonable level. It's what needed to be done, and they should be poised to succeed going forward, assuming they keep up the progress.
You know, you're talking about a company that got truly surgical and pared its operations down to be what they describe as this lean and keen operation now. And the CEO of GM today was talking about a new beginning for the company, particularly the company's culture. What are we talking about there? What kind of changes would have to exist in the culture to make GM viable in the long term?
GM is notorious for having an onerous bureaucracy, as bad as any government entity you can imagine. Countless meetings, countless paper, memos between executives and paper shuffling. They need to eliminate executives. They need to flatten the organization. They need to streamline the approval process and the decision-making process. I believe that's going to happen. They're saying all the right words. I believe this crisis has given the executives the political cover to get this restructuring done.
And beyond that, GM is also narrowing its focus to 4 brands, Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and GMC. Good strategy in your view?
Has to be done. If you look at the 2 most successful car companies in North America, Honda and Toyota, they focus on a limited number of brands. It's been long overdue at GM, and I'm happy to see that they pared it down to the core 4 brands.
Okay, so GM emerges from bankruptcy protection, declaring itself to be this new and improved operation. What are the challenges ahead in your view?
Yeah, the biggest challenge is still the economy. Light vehicle sales are at an unprecedented low. If you look at just the U.S., we're running at about 9.6 million units. That's the lowest it's been since 1964. Until the economy starts to improve, you're not really going to see the turnaround get traction. Anyone's guess as to when that's going to pick up. I'm hopeful that sometime in early 2010 we'll start to see an uptick in car sales.
Yeah, and beyond, I suppose, the overall economic situation, the imperative here for any car maker is to reconnect with customers and offer a product that really appeals to them. So what is the required strategy to be poised to do that once the economy does pick up?
Well, I think on the plus side, GM has the product. If you look at especially the new Buick Lucerne, it's as good as any vehicle manufactured by anybody in the world. Cadillac CTS, Chevy Malibu, they have the product. Now it's focusing their advertising, getting customers to look at GM product when they're making a buying decision, and really rebuilding the brand, not only to fix the damage done because of the bankruptcy, but to fix the damage done over the past 10 or 20 years as consumers have gone to other manufacturers.
Okay, we'll watch all developments closely. Brad Coulter, good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.